All right, let's get started with the last lesson of the week, the math lesson 3. There is no homework to go over today, so let's get right into the book. All right, so we are on page 191. Let's get started with division of a 3-digit number. So this is when it gets intense. This is the new stuff you never saw before. Or maybe you did. I don't know. But this is going to be a bit harder. So it means a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. So it looks something like this. We have 3 digits. 1, 2, 3 digits. And the first question is 416 divided by 4. 416 divided by 4. So that is like this. Okay? So, well, what do we have here? We have each group. We have the 400s. Come on now. We have 400 divided into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we have to divide this 10 up into 4 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4. But can you divide 1 into 4 groups? No. So you need to bring the 1 over here. And you have to add it up with something that can divide into 4. So 10 plus 6 is 16. So now we have 16 divided by 4. So 16 divided by 4 is, well, you guessed it. Well, let's take a look. 16 divided by 4 equals, yes, 4. Okay, so we'll have 4, 4, 4, and 4. Okay, so the answer looks like it's going to be 104, right? In each group? Well, let's take a look at the long division method. Step 1, 4 goes into 4 one time. Yes, good. Then we bring down the 16. Okay, so does 4 go into 16? No. I mean, does 4 go into 1? No, so we got to put a 0 here. Next, we have step 3. So we have to bring down the 16, right? All right, so we bring down 16. All right. So 4 goes into 16 4 times, and there is no remainder. So that means the answer is 104. Okay, so step 2, actually nothing happens in step 2. We bring down the 1, and there's nothing to do. Well, there's nothing that can go into 1, so we bring it down to 16 and we go to the next level. Okay, so then we go to 16. Okay, so this is where the 0 comes from in long division. If we can't divide, because 4 doesn't go into the 1, it becomes a 0, and we have to put it there. Okay, so that's where the 0 comes from. So let's take a look at some examples here. And we have the long division and the short division method again. And let's try it out really quick with the long division. We have 327 divided by 2. So we have 2. 2 divided by 3 is just 1 time. So 2 minus 3 is 1. bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So we bring the 6 up here, because this equals 6 times 2. And then we're left with the 7. The 7 is remaining. 2 goes into the 7. How many times? 3 times. Because 3 times 6, 3 times 2 is 6. And we have the remainder of 1. Okay? So the answer is 163 remainder 1. Let's take a look at the short division method. So we have 2 goes into 3 one time. All right, so 3 minus 2, there's the 1 left over. 2 goes into 12 6 times, because 2 times 6 is 12. And 2 goes into 7. There's no remainder from 12, so there's nothing to put here. This stays empty. 2 goes into 7 3 times, because 2 times 3 is 6, and we have the remainder 1. Okay? So we have 2, 12, and 6. But we didn't write it down because we're doing the short division method. Okay? Next is another question. So let's take a look. And let's finish it together for question number 3. We have 562 divided by 8. So does 8 go into 56? Does 8 go into 5? No. So the first one is going to be 0. Okay? So then we go into the tens. How many times does 8 go into 56? Well, 8 times 7 equals 56. So we have 7. So 56 minus 56 is 0. And we bring down the 2. Does 8 go into 2? No. So the answer is 70 remainder 2. Okay, there it is. The answer, 70 remainder 2. And short way. We have 8 goes into 5. No. So 8 does not go into 5, so I'll put a 0 here. It goes into 56 7 times. 8 goes into 2. No. So we put a 0 here. And we have the remainder of 2. All right, super easy. Now this is the fun part, where you get to practice on your own. Okay? So that means we should practice first, and then we need to do this part by yourself. So get ready to do 193. And let's do this check really quick. Just to be safe, we should check our answers, right? So how do we check? We have 163 times 2 to check the answer. So we'll do 163 times 2, and then we'll do plus 1 for the remainder. Because we have this remainder here, we can't forget about it. So plus 1. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 1 is 2. We have 326 plus 1 equals 327. And that means we got the answer correct. Let's check this one also. So we have the answer is 70, remainder 2. So to check it, we need to multiply 70 times 8 plus remainder 2. So let's do that really quick. 70 times 8 plus 2. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 7 is 56. plus 2 equals 562. Good. All right. So now let's do 1, 2, and 3 together. 420 divided by 6. And it says here, show. If it says show, that means you need to write down the answer and division working. So because this one is easy, we're going to do it short division. 6, because we know 6 goes into 42 evenly. Okay? So for A, 6 goes into 4 0 times. 6 goes into 42 7 times. And then we bring down the 0. The answer is 70. Super easy. Now B. Let's do B. Well, this is another easy one. Because you remember, 7 times what equals 56? So we'll do short division. Okay, so we'll do 7 divided by 560. So 7 goes into 5 0 times. 7 goes into 56 8 times. And 7 goes into 0 0 times. So the answer is 80. Okay, 7 times 8 is 56. And finally, C, another super easy one, because we know 8 times 8 is 64. So let's do 8 divided by 640. 8 goes into 6 0 times. 8 goes into 64 8 times. 8 times 8. And bring down the 0. Our answer is 80. Good. Super easy. Now, we're going to divide the numbers mentally without using any division. 6 divided by 42 is 7. 7 divided by 56 is 8. And 64 divided by 8 is 8. What do you notice here? It's the same thing, but it has a 0. It's the same thing, right? But there's a 0. All right, so you could always look at that. Can you try to do 240 by 8 mentally? Sure, why not? 8 divided by 24 is 3. Then bring the 0, and we have 30. Super easy. Now it's your turn to try these problems. A to C. So everyone, you know the deal. Pause now and do A, B, and C. Pause now. Okay? Now let's do A, B, and C together. Solve and check. Okay? This says solve and check. So you know how to check. We have to multiply the answer and add the remainder. So let's divide 870 by 3. And we'll do it the long way because we have remainders. 3 goes into 8. How many times? 2 times. Because 2 times 3 is 6. So 8 minus 6 equals 2. Bring down the 7. And we have 27. 3 goes into 27 8 times. Because 8 times 3 is 24. Oh, wait. I'm so silly. If we add one more 3, we have 27. Wow, teacher is so silly. So let's erase this 8. Oops. And let's try again. 3 goes into 27 9 times. So 27 minus 27 is 0. And 0 is 0 here. So the answer is 290. How do we check it? There's no remainder, so we just do 290 times 3. 3 times 0 is 0. 3 times 9 is 27. 3 times 2 is 6. Plus 2 equals 870. Our check is correct. Now let's do 271. This one looks like we're going to have a remainder here, right? So let's try it out. We have 271 and 4. 4 goes into 27. How many times? It's not 26. It's not 27. Not 25. So it must be 24. 4 times 6 is 24. So let's try it the short division way first. 24 minus, so of course 4 doesn't go into 2, so we'll put a 0 here. 4 goes into 27 6 times, so we'll put a 6 here and a 3 here, because 27 minus 24 is 3. 4 doesn't go into 1, doesn't go into 3, so we have to do 4 goes into 31. How many times? 4 goes into 31. Is it 28 or 30? Let's see. 4 times 9. 4 times 9 equals 36. 4 times 8 equals 32. So that's too big. That's too big. 4 times 7 equals 28. So the answer is 7. And the remainder, 31 minus 28, is 3. So we have 67, remainder 3. So how do we check it? Well, you remember we have to multiply 67 times 4, and then we have to do plus 3. Okay? 67 times 4 plus 3. So let's do that really quick now. 67 times 4. So 7 times 4 is 28. 4 times 6 is 24. Plus 2, 26. Plus 3. All right, so 68 plus 3. So bring a 1 here and a 1 here. We have 271. Did we start with 271? Yes, we did. Last question. We'll do this one with long division. Okay, we have 6 divided by 815. 6 goes into 8 one time. So we have 60 here. Oops, 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. Bring down the 1. 6 goes into 2 3 times. Okay, minus 21. We have left over 21 minus 18 is 3. Bring down the 5. 6 goes into 35. Well, remember, 6 times 6 is 36. So it's not going to be 6. 6 times 5 equals 30. So it has to be a 5. So we'll do 35 minus 30. The remainder equals 5. So we have 135, remainder 5. Okay? So here we go. That's our answer. Let's check it. To check the answer, we need to do 6 times 135, and then we need to do plus 5 after. So let's try it out. 135 times 6. 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 3 is 18. Plus 3 is 21. 6 times 1 is 6. Plus 2 is 810. Then we'd have to do plus 6. We have 816. Is that the right answer? Oh no, that's because this is a 5, not a 6. It's 800 plus 5. Alright. Silly teacher did it again. So we do 800 plus 5. And is it the same as the beginning? Yes, it is. The answer is right. That's it. And for today, there is no homework. Yay! All right, good job. So have a nice weekend, and I will see you on Tuesday for your Zoom class. Bye, everyone. Have a nice weekend.